Hi there, folks. I'm Backwater Jay. This may be my last ride sharing video, but got some important issues come up here and thought it would be remiss not to address them. It has been 7.5 months since California State Law AB 5 mandated the treatment of ride sharing employees as employees, during which time Uber and Lyft have done precisely nothing about it. Continuing to classify employees as contractors in defiance of the law, spending $100 million out of their riders' pockets that could be going toward employee benefits, and claiming they don't have the financial means to make it happen. Those $100 million, by the way, going to fighting the legislation. They have continued to misrepresent their employees' best interest by claiming the current arrangement benefits drivers. Now, with a mess of lawsuits in the works, the Superior Court has finally taken action, forcing them to comply at least until November when Prop 22 gets voted on. Prop 22, for those of you that don't know, is something Uber and Lyft have pushed onto the ballot, which basically allows the public to vote on whether their drivers should be considered employees. Yes, again. Apparently Assembly Bill 5, which already established this last year, is not good enough, so they have to push forward this contrived double jeopardy situation in the hopes that the public has changed its mind. Voters, if you care about rideshare worker rights at all, I urge you to put a resounding no on Prop 22. That said, in the interim, now that they have to, both Uber and Lyft are finally doing something. And what is it exactly they're doing? Shutting down operations entirely in California. Honestly, I fail to see what they hope to accomplish with this sort of strong-arm tactic. Both companies claim there is no time to instigate changes to the apps. Lyft, Uber, you have literally known about this for 3/4 of a year. You've had 9 months to make a few small changes to the apps and payment structuring. No staff is that incompetent. No, this is scare tactics. What I can only assume is some misguided attempt to get California voters on their side. Meanwhile, those voters are not only stuck without any service, some of whom, by the way, are essential workers, healthcare, grocery stores, etc., that can't get to their jobs, and the many, many voters who depend on ride sharing for full-time income are stuck without a paycheck. I predicted back in December that if Lyft and Uber continued in defiance of the law, they'd be out of business in California. But I never expected they'd do it to themselves. And of course, every expectation is should their ploy with state legislation fail, they'll remain shut down. This is not good business. This is children throwing temper tantrums and hurting everyone around them. But in any case, I believe this is going to come back and bite them hard. What they're really doing is creating a power vacuum, a golden opportunity for those rideshare apps we know are under development to swoop in and take that 16% of their income. Apps that would operate in compliance to the law. If I know a thing about coding, I'd make one myself. Uber and Lyft have towed the line that their business model does not work if they have to pay taxes and benefits. I'm not a business major, but the answer to this problem is obvious. Change the business model. Charge enough for your rides that you can afford to give your drivers their fair share. I think California riders would much rather pay $1 or $2 more a ride than to be denied services entirely. And I think Lyft and Uber are going to lose any loyalty drivers or riders had. Speaking personally, I'm more than happy to jump ship when an app comes out to fill the void. Thanks for watching. I'm Backwater Jay. I will see you next time.